Welcome everyone to our ISTE virtual booth. So excited to be here with you and so excited to be introducing one of our ambassadors, a good friend of mine, Craig Dunlap. Craig is a blended learning teacher at Yaley Elementary School in Boone County School District in Florence, Kentucky. And Craig's here to share how Book Creator elevates his robotics makerspace and the learning that happens there using creativity, reflection, and authentic assessment. Craig, awesome to have you on our virtual booth. Great to see you.
I'm so excited to be here because let me tell you, I have been like part of, well, I'll talk about my Book Creator journey a little bit, but it's so cool that I'm actually like presenting for Book Creator, like when everybody dreamed this a few years ago. So I'm so excited. So
I am too. It's been a fun journey seeing you make it this far. All right, without further ado, let's bring up your screen and take it away.
Hi, so my name is Craig Dunlap. I just wrapped up year number 32 of teaching. So yes, I'm old. So a couple things I want to talk about on this page. First of all, there's a bit.ly here. I have a couple places throughout the presentation, but this is a good link to a lot of my resources. I'm talking other places at ISTE, and I've done a lot of presentations over the years. So I have links to a lot of things. So feel free to get on there and steal anything you want. I am a blended learning teacher, which doesn't make sense to a lot of people, including myself. I think of myself as a technology teacher, but I always tell people I do like the fun technology, robots, video production, virtual reality, coding, the things that we just have fun. I think of myself as the fun uncle at school. I am at Yaley Elementary School in Boone County, and so primarily I work with grades 1 through 5. Once in a while, they sneak kindergarten in at me, and I get out as fast as I can. So I think that's it. You see all those badges there. We're not going to spend time talking about them. I just like to think of it as I know a little bit about a lot of things. So let's move on. So why robots? I absolutely love teaching robots. I love the creativity. I love the constructivism. I love watching kids figure it out. I don't give a lot of instructions. I give enough instructions to get started, and I give challenges, and I love watching them figure it out. We've got some soft skills that you and I both know are going to be needed for future employment, actually current employment. And so I love, even if kids never go into technology, they're learning, their brains are getting wired to think through the hard things. So I love it. Obviously, if you're watching this, you probably already love robotics too and want to know how to do it better. So hopefully we'll be able to talk about that and help you on your journey. So how it started, when I first started in the robot world, I was shifting from general classroom teacher to technology teacher to robots, and I really didn't know what I was getting into. And so I just had this haphazard, let's do this robot, let's do this robot, what does this do? And the kids we all worked together. But in 2018, I spent the summer building this website, and there's a link here to it, and I encourage you to look through it. But I wanted kids to just kind of guide them from beginner to expert in each of the skills that I have, or each of the tools that I have, right? And so I created this badge system because everyone loves badges. I already showed you my badges, right? And help the kids build on their skills, right? And then but there are a couple of problems with this, right? One, it's text-based. And so, kids don't like to sit and read. I don't like to sit and read. And so the text-based really kind of, I think in some ways, kind of messed up the whole process. I'd have to tell them what it says. The other thing is I spent a lot of time going around my room, just chicken with my head cut off, following around the kids. They're following me. I've got a notebook and I'm writing things down. And I get to the end of the class, and then I have to start all over again soon. So there are some things that I wanted to fix. At the same time, I'm following Book Creator. One of my good friends from previous years, previous school, it doesn't matter. One of my friends worked at Book Creator, and so I was kind of following things. And I always wanted to get in, but I figured the Book Creator is more of a content teacher, right? ELA, math, social studies, science, right? That's really where the meat of Book Creator is. Once I finally bit the bullet and started in with Book Creator, this is like one of the first books that I created. That robot book, and click on it, look at it. It's not pretty, but it helps show my journey as a Book Creator creator. And I used all the tools available to me, and I try to wrap all my robots into it at the time. And hopefully you're going to see that it's better, but we're not going to take time to look at it. So along the way, I started meeting David, I started meeting Katie, and we started talking about all these things. And they say, hey, Craig, go to the resource library and the discover section, and that's going to help you. And I looked through and I said, yeah, but there's nothing about robots. And they said, you're right. You should make something. Like, I knew that was coming. I don't know why I didn't delve into that before. So I started creating some things, right? We're going to start here. By the way, I don't know, this might be a little out of order, but I want you to feel free to click and see all the books. I'm going to talk about a couple of them, but I've got a lot of books and I keep adding to my library. Every time I turn around, I've added something else. So look through them. If you see anything good, take it, steal it. We'll talk about that later. But I started with Indy, Sphero Indy. There was a new robot to me 2 years ago, and I'm getting into this journey 2 years ago. And so it just was very important to me, or made sense to me, to build my Indy badge project through Book Creator. In fact, you won't see the Indy badges on that website that I showed you earlier. And so you can see first graders, they're now going into third grade, interacting with the robot and the book. And so we're going to talk about that. So this is how, let's see. Oh, here's a page. Okay, so you can see at the top, I have written instructions, I have pictures to help them, and I have a video of me talking about things, right? And so the written instructions and the video both are very similar. So for the kids who can't read or don't want to read, they'd rather listen. Either way, you're going to have they're going to have access to the instructions, right? So we're going to watch this video right here of this kid learning what the red square does. Each page, cards. Each page, and you make a video on each page. So not only can you see what he's doing, but you can also hear all the things. You can hear me in the background, hear other kids interacting with things in the background. But this is a great tool, and we're going to see in just a second a U-turn, right? So you can see them process what this does. By the way, a lot of kids don't know what a U-turn is. I had to explain that to them.
Testing a U-turn. Testing a U-turn. 3, 2, 1.
Boom. So you probably heard two kids in that. You should have heard two kids, right? And the kid that was talking, the kid that was singing. And so Indy's only come in a pack of 8, so kids have to share. And this is really cool because they were able to position their Chromebooks so that each kid could film the same exact thing at the same time, but they're learning together. So we got some cooperative learning, all sorts of things. I thought you'd want to see the singing kid from his perspective. All right, so here we go.
2, 1. Testing time. Testing time. Testing a U-turn. Testing a U-turn. 3, 2, 1. Go. We tested the U-turn. We tested the U-turn.
Boom, the kid keeps singing. And you can see my really sloppy room in the background. But anyhow, so I love this because not only do I get to come back later and watch their video, watch what they're doing, and see their progress, they're interacting alone together, they're working together, and you can just see it all process, right? So they are documenting their process. It's like a journal for themselves. So same book, second grade now. Here we go. This girl is going to talk.
Hello, and I'm going to show you what green and red do. So our main one, of course, is red. So I'm going to point this and this down.
Someone get the door for the basin, please.
For my video. Okay, outside. So I'm trying to make this. So first we're going to I'm going to turn my spear out. Okay, our spear does turn on. So I'm going to put this. So we're gonna put this spear out that's landing at frame now on top of the screen. 2, 1, go! Oh, I made it stop. So we know to answer to your question. One more time. So that's how it's done. And thank you.
So now as they mature, you can kind of watch how that process gets a little better, right? And it's so funny. Some of the kids act like the YouTubers and, hey kids, today we're working with the Sphero Indie. So they really get into it. And so you can see their little brains working. You can see their processes. I don't have to follow them around the room anymore. So it's a win-win for everybody. Now, let's see. Purple square. We got to see what the purple square does. This is a quick video. Then we're going to move on to some bigger stuff here.
So what is going this way is spinning around. The purple is making the like empty like spin like the purple spinning the empty spinning around like that.
So you're going to get some explanations from kids that you might not get if you talk to them live, right? Because they're talking to a camera. And, these kids come into me, I get them for 40 minutes and I send them back off. But if they're talking to a camera, you're going to hear them explain things a little better too, right? So now you're like, Craig, that's cool. That was like little kid stuff, first grade, second grade. Yay, right? Can they do something more complex? Yeah. I don't know if you know about Finch. I don't know if you know about bird brain, but this Finch here. So here the kids have to include the code, right? So now I can see their coding and process as well, right? And then they're going to make a video to show, this is fourth grade, show how things work here. Show the process. Right? Well, not the process, really the final product. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
Go.
And then we get the thumbs up, right? And the teach time. All right. So this works for the little kids. This works for the older kids, right? You can change this and modify this as you get into something more complex. My videos, explainer videos, get more complex too. It's kind of crazy how it all comes together. Right? So now you're like, Craig, that's really cool. How do I make my own? Boom, here's the template. Take that template in there. I've got tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. And also, seriously, if you do the same robots I have, just steal my books. Just steal them. So what I do is I create a library for each book, right? And I tell the kids, okay, you're ready for Indy 2, right? Here's the code for the library. They get in there, the book's already assigned to them, boom, and then they go right into it, right? So every book has its own library in my system, right? And then every kid, when they get in there, they have their own book. Here are some robots companies that I love. They work well with me. I love their product, and tell them I sent you. And if you have any questions for me, obviously this is all on video, so you can just kind of contact me any of those ways. So I guess my time's up. David just popped up. Hi, David.
Amazing work, man. I love to see the progression. I remember when you brought us that very first book and you said, hey, look what I made. And Katie and I were like, we got to get this in the Discover library. So I'm so happy that you were willing to work with us and our designers to get those books available. Like Craig said, if you're looking for any of his resources, you can visit his website. You can also find all of his book templates in the Book Creator Discover library. Just head over to app.bookcreator.com/discover and type in robotics in the search. You'll see all of his templates, and as well as that, make it your own template available to you. Boom. Also, I was
just going to say, people who are new to this whole thing, talk to David. He's a good guy, and he is so super helpful. So a little plug for David Hotliver right there. Go.
Oh, well, thank you, Craig. Yeah, if you've got any resources, you just hit me up, community@kamiapp.com. And if you are interested in learning or seeing more about the ISTE experience, head over to our website, kamiapp.com/ISTE-2026 for all the videos, all the schedules, and the full experience. All right, Craig, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to be with us, and we'll see you real soon.
Awesome.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.